If it had not been for the retreat, I would still be in church. I'd still be on the front row with my son, but I don't know that I would be well. The transition with my son had a lot of dynamics to it because with his son, my only grandson, he was 18 months old, diagnosed with a very rare neurological disease that was terminal.
My son Jabin was born and progressed normally for the first 14 months of his life. Then it came back, he had Batten disease. It's a degenerative neurological disease that ultimately leads to loss of life. We found that out in the middle of the transition. So we're transitioning into church, meanwhile dealing with the most difficult season of our life.
That was about an 18-month to 2-year journey that we had my grandson in home hospice care. My world was my grandson. I had to be with him. Practically about 6 days a week, I'm sitting there holding my grandson because first thing that he lost was his eyesight. And I just didn't want him laying there wondering who's here. He would stop breathing at different times. You'd have to revive him. And then in May of 18, my grandson passed away. It was a very traumatic moment. I had preached the gospel for 38 years. I did everything that it said, and my grandson still died. And it really challenged my theology. It challenged everything I believed.
He carries people's burdens. Like, that is a spiritual gift of his. And that wasn't his to carry, but I think he was trying. And so it was just crushing.
I had a pastor friend of mine that worked in mental health for years. And he told me, he said, you really need to see a counselor. You're in chronic depression. I said, I'm not depressed. I'm just sad and mad. And he said, no, you're in depression. And so I went to see a counselor, a therapist, and found out that I was in chronic depression. I was invited to the old dudes retreat here. It was at the table, we're sitting around the table. And Pastor Greg reached over and pointed at me, and he said, what you will be known for has yet to happen in your life. And it was just like, wow. It just started a journey of healing and understanding. And my son and those guys just really pastored me through a couple years of intense healing. After I got home, Pastor Greg contacted me and he was like, we saw pastors gravitate to you while you were here. Even though you were hurting, there were guys gravitating to you. And we want you to come back and help us lead a table and bring your son. So that was like, all right, that's heaven to me, man. Let's do it. I've been honored to be at 7 retreats, 2 for myself and then 5 helping to lead and serve and just be a part of the ministry. I mean, it's just a safe place. Especially being in ministry, you're on guard all the time. You can't let your real feelings out, you feel. But the table is so powerful, and you have a safe place to just open up and share your heart. At the retreat, Pastor Greg will often use the phrase, our vision of the whole ministry and purpose ministry is to help pastors live well, finish strong. And it was there that I really found out that life's not over, and my purpose isn't over, and the ministry's not over. It looks different. It's going to be different, but none of it matters if I'm not well. And let God bring a healing in my heart so now that he can use my pain, my struggle, my journey, my story to help other pastors through their journey. So I've started, I'm going to finish well.